another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I just felt like putting on some of my newest makeup and that's it. I just felt like putting it on. I don't have a lot to do today. If anything, I feel like I want to go clean up the yard a little bit. The leaves and stuff maybe. There's also some weeds growing in the front yard, so I'm going to put on full face of makeup to go pull weeds. There we go. But I wanted to use some of my newest stuff, some Shop My Stash stuff. I don't know, just kind of felt like it. Eye primer, of course, I'm using Morphe, my favorite eye primer. But I'm going to pick something for the face primer because I'm trying to work my way through my primer and powder drawer. So I'm just going to reach in there and see what I grab. So far, I haven't used that many. Definitely not as many as I did in the cream Shop My Stash for October. This one, I'm getting stuck. I'm getting stuck on the primers because I'm liking them so much. The Flower Beauty Supernova Celestial Whip one, I like this one a lot. I also been using the Antidotes. This is just like a nice lightweight moisturizing primer from the Balm. And then the powders. The powders, I'm rediscovering some powders that I love. The Milk Makeup Blur and Set Loose Powder. I don't know if they still make this, but I love it. I also really have been enjoying the Kosas Cloud Set. I tried this one out in the first video that I did on Shop My Stash in November, and I thought it was just okay. I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. But every day that I use it now, I'm like, it has like a weird filter onto your face. It's so good. But anyway, let's pick out a primer. Yesterday I used the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. And usually when I use this, I put it all over my face, but yesterday I used it just on targeted areas, and I feel like it worked better. You know what? I'm gonna use this one again. I feel like it worked better just doing a little bit rather. I don't know why I feel like I have to put primer on my entire face. I never thought maybe I could just put it where I want to put it, on the chin area. Hello? Where makeup tends to fade really quickly. This little spot here. And I don't think I got enough. Let me get a little bit more. It's very, very, very sticky. Very glue-like. But it's nice. You gotta kind of spread it really quickly because it will start drying down right away. But it's pretty good. And I think I do want to do eyes first because I want to use the ColourPop Rudolph palette. Isn't this so cute? I've been enjoying this palette quite a bit. I think it's really darling. The only thing with it, it stinks. It stinks. It smells like super cheap glue. Like it smells like the glue that they used to hold the palette together. That's what the palette smells like, and I don't know what it is. The eyeshadows don't smell like, I don't smell them as I'm putting them on, but it doesn't have the best smell. I don't know what it is. But the mirror is very cute too. It has a little Rudolph and Clarice there. So far, every shade in here I've used, I've really, really liked. Look how glossy my face got from that primer. Holy moly. But I think today I kind of want to use this really pretty green one here called Christmassy Time. Maybe a little Gadzooks in the outer corner for depth, and maybe this one here called Elf Practice, the shimmer. I think I'll just use those three on my eyes today. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one here called Eat Eat, right here, all over the lid and the crease, and then I'll go in with that green. I know some people like love peeling the film off of their mirrors. I don't remember the last time I peeled a film off of a mirror. Like this film is still on here. I have opened stuff up like in videos that still have the film. That Anastasia highlighter still has the film on it. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to peel it off right away, if ever, because I feel like then it's not new anymore, you know? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with a new show. Obsessed with Catfish. Oh my goodness. I completely forgot that that show existed. I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw it. Maybe in high school, but I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you any of the episodes. But Kiki Chanel, of course, my favorite internet person, she is vlogging. She vlogs every single day. Lately she's been doing it every single day and it's so fun. Anyway, not too long ago, she put up a video that was like, I just need to rant on this. And I watched it and she was talking about catfish. And I thought she was talking about the old episodes, but I guess, I didn't even know the show was still on, to be honest. But I guess it's still on. So she was talking about the show and the episode that she just watched, and she was all mad about it. And I was like, holy moly, this is very pigmented. I went and grabbed that green shade called Christmassy Time. Anyway, she was ranting and raving about the show, and apparently it's still on. I had no idea. So I went back and started watching it on Hulu. They have 8 seasons, I think. I started season 3 this morning and I'm obsessed. I watch an episode, at least an episode every single day. And if you don't know what catfish is, or the show, or don't know the term catfish, it's when 2 people are like dating online. They usually meet online. All they know about the person is their profile pictures. They've never met them in real life. Maybe they've talked on the phone and stuff, but when it turns out when they meet each other, usually one of them looks completely different than they showed that they looked, and they're a completely different person. They have lied about a bunch of stuff, and what the show does is they look into the person, they look into the catfish, and they do all kinds of research, but it's research that these people should have done anyway. Like, you should have looked on their Facebook page and like looked at mutual friends and tried to figure something out about them, especially if they're being so evasive and, oh, my webcam doesn't work, and or if you've been sending them money. Some of these people send the catfishes money. Anyway, they do research, they go to the person and tell them, well, this is what we found, we don't think this is the person they say they are. And then they go to that person's house and they confront them, and they meet, the people meet that they've been talking to online all these years. And a couple of them do have happy endings where they met and maybe they didn't look exactly like they said they would, but they still liked each other a lot because they had like a deep connection online. But the funniest ones are the ones that, okay, this one I watched. Did we watch this last night? Watched it last night. This girl thought she was in a relationship with Bow Wow, the rapper. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. And I was like, are you kidding? I don't know. And then for the show to still be on in 2023, people are still being catfished. People still aren't doing research on these people. Oh my goodness. Most of them turn out to say like, oh, well, all the feelings were real. I just, you know, was not confident and I lied about my pictures or whatever. But some of them are so mean. They say, like last night, there was a guy who, for some reason, he felt like he should rid the world of cheaters for some reason. And he was like, he was a weirdo. He seemed like he had some issues, just his personality, the way he was behaving, the way he was talking to the hosts. It was just really, really strange. Yeah, and some of them are like, I didn't care about that person at all. It was all a game to me. And one of the guys was like, I just did this to work on my game, with the ladies. But the other person has all these feelings for them, and they're like, this person was there for me in my time of need. They were the only person I could talk to. And then when they finally meet, they're like, you meant nothing to me, you know? It's so mean, and some of them are so embarrassing. Anyway, I'm obsessed with the show. I love it. I love it so much. If you're watching the show, even the new episodes, let me know. But what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen on the later seasons, I'm guessing the one that's airing now, is that it's going to be a little more like staged in a way. Because I'm sure everybody knows the show, especially if you're in an online relationship with somebody you've never met. I'm sure they've all heard of the show and are assuming that this person they're talking to... It's my micellar water. I'm trying to squirt some out. I'm sure they assume the person they're talking to has seen the show and they know they could possibly be getting catfished. I don't know. Some of them are just weird. Okay, well, there's the eyes. It looks fine. This brush, though, was scratching the heck out of my eyelid. It was driving me crazy. the Morphe M514. I have been loving the V205 brush from Morphe so much. It's so soft, but still works the shadow around really nicely. So when I grabbed this one, I was like, ugh, an old straw broom? Why am I using that? Okay, let's put on some foundation. The one, I don't have any real new ones. What's this? No, I'm gonna use this. The one I've really been loving is the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. We're gonna use it again. I have this in the shade 201. The only thing I've noticed with this foundation is if I get too much in this area here, it settles into my, like, you know, smile lines around my eyes, and it drives me absolutely crazy. So I usually put foundation here on the side, but I'm not going to do that today because I feel like it just settles in there for some reason. Maybe if I set it with some powder, it won't do that, but I kind of always forget, I guess. Until later on, I smile one time and there's foundation stuck in my lines. Oh, there's another one, another episode where this guy thought he was talking to like former Miss Teen USA or something. And you know what's funny? The catfishes, the ones that are lying, the ones that are making the fake profiles, the ones that are like making up stuff about their lives, they usually look fine. They look fine and they look normal. So it's like, why don't you just use your own pictures and make your own profile and talk to people? It's so strange because when the catfish walks out, they kind of like, someone's standing in front of them, so like there's a kind of a big reveal a little bit. And almost every single time I've seen him, I'm like, why didn't you just use your own pictures? And one of the hosts actually said that to one of the girls on an episode yesterday. He's like, but you're pretty. Like, why didn't you just use your own pictures? But they all have some sob story on like, oh, I was rejected before, so now I gotta take it out on everybody I meet. That kind of stuff. But I like the show. I'm gonna watch every single season before I start watching the new one. If I can find it. I don't even know where they're streaming the new one, if at all, or if it's still just on TV. Who knows? But I'm guessing it's gonna still be on MTV. I'm gonna use a brush to put on under eye concealer with. This is the brightening concealer brush from Real Techniques. I actually filmed a review on this that I was gonna put up last week on either Tuesday or Thursday, and I ended up not putting it up because the video was like, I hate this brush, I don't like it, why'd they make it, it's so uncomfortable to use, blah, blah, blah. But then in the video, of course, when I'm putting on the concealer and trying to demo it, the concealer came out so perfect, and I've been using it ever since. Because, you know, the brush will just betray me on camera like that. So with this brush, I feel like I can use a lot less concealer, but I'm kind of thinking I put on a little too much anyway, just because I'm used to using a lot. Or not a lot, but a normal amount. But putting it on with a brush, you can use a lot less because your sponge is not picking anything up. The only thing about this brush, it is a little pokey, especially if you're dabbing it like this. It is pokey, and I don't like that sensation under my eye of like a little pokey brush, especially on that sensitive eye skin. But so I just blend it with the brush, and then I quickly go over with the sponge because it leaves a ton of brush marks. A ton of brush marks. It's not like super smooth and flawless. There's brush marks everywhere. But I really like the way the concealer comes out a lot. It just looks like a little less. Let me put a little more here. I could use less. This little tube will go me a long way. Will last me a long time. And it comes out nice. So I like the brush so far. I'll have to redo the video. Maybe this coming weekend, next weekend. Because I've been liking it now. What are you gonna do? But I'm gonna put a little of this on the face too. I still have all of my Halloween decorations up. They're still up. I filmed a video for my other channel, my plant channel, like a tour of my front room with my plants. So you could see some of my Halloween decorations in that video if you want. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. But all of them are still up. And one of my coworkers had asked me, on Saturday when I worked for half the day, have you got anything going on for the weekend? And I was like, I should probably take down the Halloween decorations. But you know, they just look so good in there. They're so cozy, and some of them are like fall colors. You know, Thanksgiving's coming up, the orange and that color. Orange fall time stuff. So I'm like, you know, it kind of makes sense to keep it up through Thanksgiving. I don't know. But let me find a powder. What do I want to use? Oh, you know what? Let's do this. The ColourPop No Filter Setting Loose Setting Translucent Powder. I think I remember this. I want to say it looks absolutely incredible, like a filter on your face, but I think the powder was light on my skin. I don't know why, it just came to me. But I feel like I've used this before. I'm just gonna get a little in the lid and then kind of work the brush into the powder. And then quickly dab around. Oh yeah, it's light. I could see it. Little too light. It says translucent, but it's light. You might not be able to tell on camera, but I can see it. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna use this anymore. Anyway, moving on. Got it everywhere. Bronzer. Oh, I was using this yesterday. The Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. Of course, with my favorite new brush. So I have a plan today to go to Walmart, because I think that's where they sell these brushes in store, and buy the 3 brushes that I think this is, to find out what brush this is, because this is the best bronzer brush I've ever used. I love it, but it's not labeled. It wasn't labeled when I got it, and it's kind of hard to tell online which brush it is. So I'm gonna go get the brushes. They're probably only $2 each maybe, or who knows, I'm just making things up now. Get the brushes, get them home, wash them, dry them, get them all big and fluffy, and figure out the Wet n Wild brush mystery, because I really want to know what brush this is that has changed my life. It's just so soft. It's soft, but not that soft where it feels like it's doing nothing. It has a little texture on the bristles, so it picks up the product nicely, moves it around your skin nicely, and it feels really, really good on your face. I really, really love it. This powder made my skin so light. I don't know, the powder, I don't know if I just put on too much, but I feel like it is accentuating the lines on my face. I don't know. Setting spray will fix everything. Okay, the highlighter. More powder. I just realized I also forgot to change out of my pajama shirt. It's fine. Okay, the highlighter. The Anastasia Glow Seeker highlighter in the shade Sun Idol. This is so freaking good. I absolutely love this. I mean, from the packaging, feels good in the hand, to the actual highlight. I've literally used only this every single day since I got it. Can't stop, won't stop. And you can't overdo it. You can't overdo it. You don't need to tap off your brush. It's not powdery. It's just glossy. It's glossy, it's pretty. It looks good in every lighting. It doesn't have a weird undertone. So, you know, in certain lighting it looks gray or ashy. It just doesn't have that. And it's like a perfect, like it looks very golden in the pan, but maybe it's just with my skin tone, I don't know, but it looks more like a white gold. It's just so nice. I absolutely love this. And I haven't bought a new highlighter in a while that I've been completely enamored by. I bought on impulse one from ColourPop and I absolutely hate it and I forgot to take it back to Target. I love this. I literally want to color in my whole face just so I could look at my face like this, you know, in the light. Anyway, love this. And then for blush, I pulled out the Ulta Beauty Mineral Blush in the shade Calla Lily. These are some of my favorite blushes ever. This formula is so good. It looks matte, but it has a light satin to it. They blend so nice. They go on so easy. They're buildable. You can't really overdo it. They're so pretty. And I love this formula. Do any of you guys out there get your brows done? What the heck is that stuff called when it's like a tattoo on your brows? brow something. It's microblading. Do any of you guys get microblading? I would die to get it. I mean, look at my eyebrows. They're so thin because I plucked them to death when I was a teenager, and I was one of those lucky people that they just never grew back, you know? And they're so light as well. I mean, if they were darker, I guess it wouldn't be so bad, but they're so light. Like light blonde see-through hair. And I would love to either get them dyed or tinted or something. And I would love to do microblading. But I guess it's always a gamble too, because the person doesn't know you. Are they gonna get to know your face shape, how you normally draw them on, what's gonna suit you? Because, oh my God, I looked up someone here locally where I live on Instagram, and I'm not joking. She put the same eyebrows on every single client. Big, square eyebrows like this on every single person. And I know when you first put it on, like that's how it looks, but after it was done and healed and everything, they were just big, giant, square eyebrows. And I'm like, that's what I fear is gonna happen to me. And I don't want that to happen. I'm like, I'd rather just draw them on every day and be okay with it, you know? So a little Rimmel Kind and Free brow pencil. For some reason, I have 3 of these pencils. I guess I thought I only had 1 in here because every time I pull it out, there was 1. And the other day I cleaned out this drawer and I had 3 in there. I don't know why. Not complaining. Really like the pencil a lot. Oh my gosh, I found the funniest video on Instagram ever, ever, ever. I don't know if I'm allowed to put it in the video. If I am, I'll put it here. If they flag it for some reason, I'll have to re-edit it and take it down, and I'll link it in the description box. But I'll put it here if I was able to, or if not. It's the funniest video I've ever seen of this dog. The person said that they took their dog to doggy daycare so he could try to make friends. But instead he just sat in the corner crying. But the way he's crying is the funniest sound I've ever heard. He's like a big bulldog. And then there's another dog sitting next to him, like looking at him and then looking at the camera. Oh my God, it's so funny. I watch it at least once a day just to get a good laugh in. Oh man, it's funny. But I'll link it down below if I wasn't able to put it here. You have to go check it out. If you like laughing, if you don't like laughing, don't watch it. But I feel like there's nothing funnier than a good, funny animal video. Because the animals have no idea they're funny, they're just natural comedians. I do reuse the Q-tips a few times to remove like brow powder and gel that kind of got in a place I don't want it. But some of these Q-tips are looking a little worse for wear. I feel really weird. Like I feel like I'm over caffeinated. And normally caffeine doesn't have the best effect on me. I'll feel a little more awake or alert, but then you get to a level where you just start feeling crazy and then you feel way less productive than if you had just not drank the caffeine at all. But this morning I went out for a walk for, I don't know, hour, a little over an hour. And when I got back, I drank my tea, but it's like a 32-ounce tea that I make in the morning. I drank all of it really quickly because I was really thirsty. And then I opened up a Coke, like a Coca-Cola, and I drank that with what I was eating for lunch. And now I feel like, you know, like this. I feel crazy. Let's see. Let's do a little on the lower lashes, lower lash line. I keep putting together like a fantasy cart on Sephora and Ulta. There are so many cool gift sets. The holiday time is just the best time for beauty stuff because there's a ton of samples in the sets, like little travel sizes and different things like that, limited edition colors. I have so many in my basket, and then of course every day I look at it and it's like, this item is no longer available, and I think, oh, that's good, that's good. Now I don't have to buy it, you know? But I haven't bought anything. I didn't buy anything for the Sephora sale. I'm trying to be very mindful, you know? Thinking about my financial future, if you will. But then I did buy this palette. I did buy this new highlighter. You know, stuff here and there, but not trying to go crazy with it. You know, I kind of like the way this eyeshadow came out. It blended very, very nicely, and the shimmer is very, it's there. It's not like a metallic shadow. It's very nice and subtle. You know what I want to do? You think I ought to swear? I'm gonna take some of the Kulfi Zari Eyes eyeshadow in the shade Kamakalo, I don't know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say the word. But it's this one right here, if you know how to pronounce that. This color here, this is a really nice cream eyeshadow. I'm gonna get it just on one of these flat little brushes, just a little bit. And I feel like putting it on the inner part of my eye. And I haven't seen the Trader Joe's advent calendar this year. I've been looking for it and I've been going regularly to look. But I also haven't seen really any of their holiday stuff out, like the hand soap or the candles or anything. They have like the garlands and some of the food stuff, but not like the beauty or home stuff like they normally do. It's interesting. Maybe I missed it though. Maybe it came out in October and I missed the window, who knows. But if they do the beauty calendar, I will buy it, but I haven't seen it. If any of you have seen it, let me know. But I've been checking like the Trader Joe's pages on Instagram and no one's posted about it, so maybe they're not doing it this year, but who knows? Well, I didn't intend to put that much on the inner part of my eyes. I meant to just get it like on the, like right at the line. The tear duct line, I guess. But it's fine, it's fine. I could smell this palette. It just smells like, it smells like an old Morphe palette. Like the one when you open them up, you're like, ugh, what kind of glue are they using in this thing? That's what it smells like. Let's put on some setting spray. You know what I want to do? The Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. I've had this forever. And I feel like my face looks a little flat from that powder. I'm going to spray some of this on. See if I can bring it back to life. It's weird that I bought this for a setting spray because I think this would make an amazing skincare spray. Like to put on your skin right after the shower, right before toner and essence and stuff. I kind of think that's how I want to reuse it or like finish using it up. But it also makes a nice makeup spray because it like melts everything together, gets that powdery look off your skin. Okay, almost done. I feel like I look super glossy. I haven't used this in a long time. I feel like it's almost too much. Or is it not enough? I don't know, but it's very different. I like it a lot. Very, very glossy though. Definitely brought some life to my skin. Okay, mascara, last thing. I'm gonna do the Maybelline, the Falsies Surreal. I bought this right when we got the display at work, and I think I used it 1 or 2 times. Like I barely used it. And then I moved on to other things. I don't remember, I must have been into some other mascara at the time, but I just finished up the Grande Lashes castor oil one that I'm obsessed with. I swear it has grown my lashes. Watch, let me zoom you in so you can see the whole thing. Okay, well, I did end up putting the mascara on. I used the Maybelline, the Falsies Surreal mascara. I filmed it separately because I wanted to do a review on it, so I wanted to film this part for a different video. But I love it. I love it. Spoiler alert, it's awesome. It's lengthening, it's separating. It's good. It's pretty good. I've been liking it a lot so far. But that's it. That is me done. You know, after that setting spray kind of toned down a little bit, I feel like it looks better now. It just feels like tacky to the touch, which is fine. I'm not like worried about something sticking to my face, or I'm not really gonna touch my face throughout the day. But I feel like this is just a little too glossy for what I've really been liking lately. And I think I'll get the benefits of this a little more if I spray it directly onto my skin rather than on top of my makeup, you know? But anyway, that is it. I'm just gonna go have a chill day. Maybe pull those weeds, maybe not. But anyway, let me know what you're getting up to today. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.